for joining. Welcome to Musical Mondays. I'll just tinker around a bit until more people join. Hello, thank you for joining. So I've got my little Rickenbacker 325 out tonight. A little beauty of a guitar. I love this guitar. It's the John Lennon Special. It's like a 3/4 size, so it fits me perfectly. So what I'm doing tonight, Monday night, February the 26th, I'm working on, hello, thanks for joining. I am getting ready for a pre-production session in Vancouver this coming Saturday. I'm getting ready to record part of my next album that's happening in early June, and I'm heading over to play some of my songs that I want to record at the June session with members of my band, Tony on drums, Scott on bass, and Ron on keys, and Sheldon Zaharko, who is my engineer and I love working with. Sheldon's going to be at the session too, and we're going to be tinkering with arrangements and stuff, so I thought I would play with the songs a little bit tonight. And it's also happy release day to me. I put out a remix today of Sturgeon Love that was remixed by Mark Orell, who's a DJ, producer, and musician from Germany. So check that out if you're interested. So that came out today, but I don't think I'm going to play that song tonight. I have played Sturgeon Love at on other musical Mondays, so I don't think I'm going to play it tonight. But the song that I was tinkering around with, just as you were all joining, is called Molly Bloom's Monologue, and that is, it's actually an old song. And for those of you who've been following my music career for a while, decades, I did put out an album with an indie folk rock band from Vancouver called Hazel Motes in the 1990s, and that was called 20th Century Monologue. And the 30th anniversary of that album is coming up this year. So I am putting out some 30th anniversary specials of the songs, so reinterpretations of the songs. So this is one of them, Molly Bloom's Monologue. And yeah, I thought I'd practice that a little bit tonight. I don't actually think, can you hear the song anywhere? I don't think so. It was way before the digital era of music, not way before, but before. So it's not out there. I do have the songs Thank You to Dan, who's often on this live stream too, and who was in my band way back when. Dan's a guitar player, and Dan had a copy of the CD, and he ripped the CD and turned it into digital files for me. So I do have digital files of the original recordings up on my SoundCloud as private files. So one thing that I will be doing in the next little while is making some of my back catalog and some of those private sound files that I have in various places on the interwebs available to people who subscribe to my new subscription service on Patreon. It's called Green Room Access. So if you haven't done so already, there is a link in my bio on Instagram. If you're a subscriber of my newsletter, you would have been sent a newsletter late last week that talked about that. But not to be missed, the signing up for Patreon, because I am centering my Kelly Fleming Music World onto the subscription service into Green Room Access over the next couple of months. This live stream may actually also end up there. So subscribe. I would put a link in the chat if I was more skilled at doing that and multitasking. But what I can do is put it in my stories. It's in my bio on Instagram, and and I will be putting links in my stories probably a couple times a week over the next little while on Instagram or on Facebook. You can find it on Facebook too. So that was a very long-winded introduction to the song. So Molly Bloom's Monologue. So this is one that I'll be playing with the gang on Saturday. And on the original recording, I didn't play electric guitar. An amazing musician from Vancouver, Brent Cross, played the original guitar part on that song. I played acoustic guitar, but he played the electric guitar. So I'm going to sort of do a pseudo cross between my guitar part and his guitar part tonight. So here we go. And I hope you can hear that. I don't have my amp up really loud. Oh my goodness, I think I better pause here for a second. I did warm up my voice a little bit. But clearly I got a little vocal dryness or tickle happening in there. Hopefully that's not the precursor of something like a cold, because that would, thank you, that would totally suck getting ready for my session. Oof, there we go. All right, so that's a little bit of Molly Bloom's monologue. And Bernie is saying, I appreciate you being in Southpaw model. Oh, okay. Meaning the video shows me playing as if I was a left-hander. Is that what you mean? But I'm not. Yeah, I love these chord changes in this song. So that's one I'm going to work on. Shallow, shallow. And I'm not using any effects on my guitar tonight. I just wanted to hear it clean. And so in the interest of playing a few more songs tonight, and I might switch to my acoustic at some point, but I want to bring out some of these other ones. Right, this is one that I actually haven't finished yet. But you know what? I'm going to take it to the guys anyway. I think I played this a couple of weeks back for you all. Just let me do a quick tune. This is called Non-Fungible Love. So I'm going to take as much as I have finished to at least get started with an arrangement that adds bass and drums. And you know, another thing that I'm interested in doing on this album, because I've been experimenting and collaborating with remixers over the last couple of years, I kind of want to do a little bit of that on this album. I'm not quite sure what that's going to look like yet. Maybe ask me after this weekend, or I'll tell you about it after this weekend. Here we go. There we go. Better. All right. So let's see if I can remember this one. Thanks for joining. Oops. Thank you for joining. Great to see you all here. I just want to position my notes a little differently so I'm not turning away so much. Let's put this down below. So this might be one of the songs that I end up recording in kind of, I don't know, a hybrid Kelly Fleming folk rock synthwave style. I'm not sure yet, but it seems to lend itself to that in the way I'm feeling about it. The vocal line is very spacious and has a lot of room for my voice to kind of go and explore some of my higher range, and I kind of like that. I kind of feel like the guitar for me right now, just the little part that I'm playing, is a bit of a throwaway, just to kind of get me onto the writing journey with this song. Synthwave is my spirit animal. Awesome. I love that, Victoria. That's so great. So let's do a little bit more of that one, because I am. Yeah, sorry. Talking and figuring stuff out at the same time. Okay. The truth serum moist and breezy, hot and easy, picnic under the stars, spores instead of wars. If you jump through time, one day at a time, feel the tingling in your spine. You will find, no, you will find, not sure about that. You, one day at a time, feel the tingling in your spine, up in your spine, you. Oh, how about this? One day at a time, feel the tingling up your spine. You will find, you will. I didn't realize I was going to turn this into a live songwriting session, but I think I'm doing that. So I'm just tinkering. I'm looking for a transition here. So let me see. Could be an E minor, maybe a B flat. No. One day at a time, feel the tingling up your spine, and you will find, and you will follow, and you will find, and you maybe that. Fine, and you it. F sharp minor. Well, it's not really an F sharp minor because I'm capoed, but that's the shape. You You will Yeah, there's some possibilities in there. Okay. All right, where are we at? So that was the second song that I'll be playing around with on the weekend in the pre-production session. And I could just turn this into a live songwriting session for that song, but I'm not going to do that. I want to get some other songs going here. Where is it? Microdoses. Let's try this one on the electric too. So I know some of you have heard this one. I don't know, this guitar is surprisingly holding its tune really well tonight. I don't know what is going on. Usually when I'm using a capo on this guitar, it kind of freaks out and doesn't hold its tune, but it is doing pretty well tonight. Just let me tweak that. All right, so microdoses. Other song in the rhythm in my fingers, in my hand. And it's hard to believe we're this close to the end. Is it love after all? And it all depends how close we are to the end. And it's too hard sometimes to see. My life is right in front of me. And if you knew it would come to this, Okay. There's a bit of a rough version of that song. All right. So, I might leave it there tonight. So there's 3 of the songs that I'll be working on with my band this coming weekend. So thank you for listening to that. I hope you could hear the electric guitar okay. I actually might play that quite a bit this weekend. Yeah, that song, Microdoses and Non-Fungible Love, definitely there's a theme there. And I've been kind of grappling with a theme for this album. My last album was definitely, there were some songs of kind of rallying cries for action and some grief songs just about the terrible state of the world we're living in at the time. This was 4 years ago, and 4 years later we're kind of hooped, and and what I've been grappling with has been I don't want to write a bunch of songs that are like about grief and pain and terror at the power structures and the collapsing climate and all of that stuff. What I want to do, and I thank an author, and I'm going to forget her name. Oh, I should have written it down. But I'm going to thank her for the concept of urgent optimism, because I think that's what, as an artist, I want to engage in moving forward, is urgent optimism. Yeah. So I'll leave you on that note. And I will say to those of you who joined tonight who did sign up for my subscription service, I thank you so much. It really means the world. Thank you so much. And please do sign up. Doesn't cost anything. It's free. You can subscribe to a paid tier, but you don't have to. But so check out my bio and my stories, because I'll put a link there, because that is where the Kelly Fleming world of urgent optimism and music is going to be centered in the months ahead. So I hope to see you there. Green Room Access, it's called. So thanks for tuning in. Next week, I will have a special guest again, and you'll hear about that in the days ahead. And then the week following, I will be back with more probably songwriting, because I've got some songs to finish before this recording session. So, all right, I will say goodnight. Thank you all for joining. Wonderful to see you. I hope you're doing well, and please take care.